Well, hello everyone, it's me, Mary or Hawk. If you hear me pausing or you hear me coughing, please try to bear with me. I have COVID and I'm trying to breathe, but I'm struggling. But that's not the point of today's video. I figured I'd gather up my strength and film a video all about a gift-giving guide for witches in your family. Because I'm often told that I'm a difficult person to shop for, which baffles me because I'm actually a very easy person to please. So, if you're trying to figure out what to give the occultist or witch or spiritual person in your life who is of a more witchcraft occult nature, this video is for you because this will give you some tips on what to gift people like me, or people in your family who are similar to me spiritually. And again, sorry if I sound rambly or coughing. I do have COVID. Okay, all that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay, so the first thing that you can get your witchy person in your life that I can assure you they'll never have too much of, no matter how much of this thing they actually have, random rocks, stones, and crystals. You heard me correctly. Give us shiny rocks. Give us the shiniest rock you got. I mean, in fact, this is something I was given by a family member for Easter. I don't celebrate Easter, but do you see how sparkly and shiny that rock is? Man, I love it. And I love that family member. So to get that, that'll please any witch. And it doesn't have to be shiny or sparkly either. It could be something like a piece of chert that looks interesting from our lakeside. It could be a Petoskey, like this. It could be some agates and agate geodes. If your witchy person in your life is particularly anxious, get them a worry stone. Crystals and rocks really do please us. They're very easy to get. You don't have to go to a crystal store. You can just go to a lakeside or go to a gravel bed. You can like look for the agates yourself. It's a lot easier than you think. You bring a spray bottle. You can give us rocks you find anywhere, and trust me, we will be happy that you thought of us, and we will be sure to utilize them somehow in our practice. Second thing, which I could use right now, is an herbal tea. I got this from a family member for Easter again. And these teas, oh man, this is what's giving me the energy to film this video. And not only does this give me the energy to film this video, but there are herbs in this that I can utilize within my witchcraft practice, where I can reuse from the tea bag that I just used to make tea. So, yeah, actually, herbal teas, especially more single herb teas, not necessarily, you can do blends like this, or you can do single herb teas, that'll go a long way to show your witchy person in your life that you care. They'll really appreciate that, actually. Third could be a witchcraft book. Now, I understand this may not be everyone's cup of tea to give the witchy person in their life, but something like Psychic Witch is good for people of all witchy levels, so whether it's beginner, intermediate, or advanced. So I think books like this are particularly good for anyone who is needing to up their psychic witchery. But if books are not your thing, or you don't know where to go with books, you don't know if they already have it, and you don't want to give them a hint that you're giving them a book, you can get them things like notebooks. It can be a fancy leather-bound one like this, or it can be this Dollar Tree one. Anything outside or in between, sketchbooks that are online, anything of that nature can make a fantastic book of shadows or grimoire or a thing of that nature for the witch in your life, and they will really be happy that you thought of them in that way. Okay, I got from crystals, teas, books, and notebooks. The next thing you can do is herbs, like salt, or just kitchen spices, really. Kitchen spices? Man, that'll make the witchy person in your life very happy. Not only will they have something to cook with, they can do their kitchen witchery, they can do their tea witchery. They can also do the green witchery and use it in their spells. They can use these herbs in their spells. So they have something that's both edible and magical, most likely, if it's a kitchen spice. So kitchen spices actually make very good gifts for witches. Next are these sachet bags. Sachet bags? Oh my goodness, do we ever love sachet bags? Sachet bags are great for, like, dream pouches, things of that nature, things that we want, spells we want to carry with us, like in our bra or something like that, or in our pockets in a more discreet manner. These sachets, especially ones that are lined in leather, like this, that you often get as freebies as a part of gifts or jewelry, repurpose those and give those to those witchy people in your life. They'll thank you. Next is jars and bottles. Old jars and bottles, like jam jars, the jam jar. You can use old spice bottles, whatever you want. We love these for our workings. We love these to store our herbs, to store our stones, to store whatever the heck we want to store. Our incense mixes, whatever. Our powders or oils that we're making. Give us the jars. Please give us all the jars and bottles. We will thank you. We will thank you. You don't even have to go out and buy a special jar for us. You can just use an old jam jar. Clean out an old jam jar, get the label off that sucker, and bam, you got a perfect gift for a witch. Similarly to that, you can thrift these old, like, olive oil, like, things here, like this. This is perfect for those of us who want to make, like, moon water, these decanter type, like, oil bottles. Give us these. We love these. We love these for making our witchy oils, our moon water, anything of that nature that is a witchy oil or liquidy thing. We love these for. So please, please give us these. It's a very aesthetic part of our practice as well. So we really appreciate that. I'm not sure if that recorded, but the last, but certainly not least, would be candles of any kind. You get a scented candle like this fabulous Yankee candle, or you can get an unscented candle. Bear in mind this one's burned and been burned by me, but get them an unburned candle of some kind. You can thrift it, you can do whatever, you can really do a lot of things. You can thrift, you can buy it new, you can just give them one you never used that you were gifted. The sky is the limit. Give us the candles. We will appreciate them, trust me. Provided we can burn them in the place we live in, of course. Another one along the lines of candle, this is an old incense box. Give us incense. We like incense. Whether we burn them outside to repel mosquitoes or burn them in a well-ventilated area, provided we can burn them in the area, again, and we don't have pets or small children. Giving the witch in your life some incense or something like that, or like, I found this. They might be happy if you gave them some pine needles or pine branches like this, because they can use this in a cleansing bundle. They can use this to make incense in their spells as an herb. I mean, the sky is the limit. So, like, giving us incense and herbs that we can burn there, like cedar, rosemary branches, pine branches that fell, provided they're not, like, filled with insects or something. We would love to have those. Thank you. Yes, please, as long as you ask permission or it was already fallen, there's not a bunch of crap on it. Like, we're good with that. We actually really appreciate that. Thank you. So incense and like branches like that you maybe cut from your own plant or something like that you have. We would absolutely love something like that. Just as long as it's not anything like white sage, we're good. And this is probably going to be next to the last. This kind of should have gone with the notebook category, but these little tabs, these little sticky tabs that you can put inside your notebook so you can remove without like tearing parts of the page off, like, these are a godsend to noting what parts of our grimoire or books of shadows or books are what. It's a great notebook bookmark. This is great for the witches in your life for their books of shadow, if they have a physical one, that is. And last but certainly not least, tiny spoons like this, or measuring spoons, measuring cups. We would love something like these. You don't have to buy them special. You can just thrift them, really, or just give us something that you don't use. Giving us things like this can be perfect for a witch, because we can like scoop out the herbs. We can measure out like ratios depending on if it's like a tablespoon or a teaspoon, or if it's like a not measurement specific spoon like this. This can just be perfect for getting into herbs into tiny bottles and things like that. So like, really, we appreciate things like that a lot. I guess I know that one's last but certainly not least, but I guess the true last and certainly not least thing would be something along the lines of branches like this. We would love things like this. We can wood burn these and turn them into wands. So like, give us the branches, give us the wood. We would really appreciate them. Pun intended, we would really appreciate the wood. We love these. Thank you. And thank you for being considerate enough to want to give that witchy somebody in your life something of value, something to show them that you care. We really appreciate that. You don't have to give us big fancy things like tarot decks or books. Really, you can just give us spices. You can give us old jam jars you didn't use, rocks you found off the side of the street, notebooks. You can give us a lot of things that don't cost you much, if anything at all, and we would really appreciate them. We appreciate you caring enough to even think about us. at all enough to even want to give us anything in the first place. You don't even have to give us anything, but the fact that you wanted to means a lot to us, and the fact that you got us this little trinket or token of your care and love for us really means a lot to us. So I hope this video wasn't too hard to listen to. This is Hawk or Mary signing out, and stay magical, and thank you for supporting us.